Okay. I didn't fully, I'm sorry, mister. I just stepped on his tail. This is little mister, in case you don't know him yet. I'm Maeve. Welcome to your mat. Welcome to our Saturday practice. We're gonna lie down to begin, but if lying on your back doesn't feel like a good idea, I encourage you to do something else. So I want you to start very much comfortable, very much comfortable. I'm gonna lie down. And then we take this moment to breathe. We take this moment to breathe with a little more connectivity. And as we are here breathing, noticing the body's response to the breath, noticing your mind and the response your mind has to the breath, and the way that the mind can quiet when we take our attention to one place of the breath, in and out. And if we try to quiet the mind, if we tell ourselves to stop thinking, we spin out, right? So it's through action. It's through the action of attention, of putting our attention on the sensation in the body. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a really good squeeze. Keep the breath flowing. When in doubt, come back to the breath. I like to even label my breath. I say inhale, exhale, because sometimes just watching the breath isn't enough. Sometimes you actually have to put a little mantra to it. So if you find that your mind is wandering and you're really struggling to stay connected to the breath, see if adding the word inhale to your inhale and exhale to your exhale gives you a little more focus. Legs up to the sky, arms at your sides, hands can be under your hips if you need a little extra support, but check out my shoulders. So this is what we're going to avoid. We're going to try to pull the shoulders open as opposed to rolling them in. So for me, I'm going to take my palms open to the sky and not have my hands under my hips, but if you need that support, please do it. The other way to make this different and easier and harder is range of motion. You'll take an inhale here. With your exhale, rooting the sacrum, rooting the upper back, lower the legs any amount. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, lower down. So here's what I'm going to ask of you, is that you keep your spine neutral, that you keep the head down, that you keep the shoulders rooted, and that the shape of that low back doesn't change as you move here. And that's going to dictate how big or small this is. So if you notice, I'm not really moving that big, but I still feel challenged here, because if I start taking the legs a little lower, I'm going to compensate by rolling my shoulders up and gripping. But if I try to keep my upper body kind of soft and braced and not rigid and like crunched, my range of motion is significantly smaller. And then maybe it starts to grow a little bit as you carve out space in movement, as you carve out patterns in the brain, as the brain starts to adapt to the movement and figure out how to be efficient here. And then the next time the legs come down, you're gonna hold them there. Curl the shoulders up, and then come into low boat. And then rise up into boat pose. And then bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Separate corners. Rise up, inhale. Take the arms up, take the feet about hips distance, maybe a little wider. And then take both knees over to the right. Come back around through center. And then take both knees over to the left. Do that again. To the right. And to the left. One more each way. Back through center. Cross your shins. Step back to plank. About 5 breaths here. Use your knees if you need to. Pull your thumbs toward each other. Spiral the pinky fingers outward a little bit. And then your hands and your feet pull toward each other. So there's this sense of drawing toward the center line of your body. Like if you think of the belly button as like the middle, everything's coming in toward that belly button. Spread the upper back. Gaze is a little forward. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, plank. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, forward. Exhale it back. 2 more. Inhale, forward. Halfway down, chaturanga. Back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Use your knees if you need to, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga. Back up, inhale. Down dog. One more time, inhale. Exhale, pause. Release it to the belly. Cobra, inhale. Soften down, exhale. Inhale, curling up. Soften down, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise, maybe come into up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Open the hip, bend the knee if it feels good. Lift the knee a little higher. Bring your right knee to your right tricep. Place your right foot outside your right hand. Left knee down if it feels okay. If it doesn't, keep it up. Right hand comes up and around. Reach for that back heel. Push into the left hand. Yes. Inhale, come up and around with the arm. Bring your right hand down. You're gonna pick up the back knee if it's down. You're gonna sit into your right hip at the top of your mat and then take the left toes up to the sky. If this is too low, you're gonna find where you're happy, please. Yeah? Bring it around, left hand, left foot, or your left knee for side plank, Vashisthasana. Pull your toes toward your heart. One more inhale, Chaturanga, exhale. Open inhale, and down dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Open the hip, bend the knee if it feels good. Lift the right armpit, lift the right shoulder. And then left foot outside of your left hand. Knee comes toward tricep. Back knee can come down, but it doesn't have to. Reach your left hand toward your right heel. Push into the right hand. Inhale, come back around. Tuck the back toes, pick up the knee. Push the right heel down, take the right toes up. Skandasana here. Find where you're good. Doesn't have to be crazy low. Bring the right hand around. Pivot all the way onto the pinky side of the right foot. Set it up. You have tons of time. There's no rush. Vashisthasana. Pull your toes toward your heart. Firm the legs. One more inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Open up, inhale. Downward facing dog with your exhale. Soft, steady breath. Contain the front ribs. Draw the belly up and in. Wrap the triceps toward the floor. Spiral the biceps toward your ears. Come high to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway up, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, bow forward, kneecaps lift, strong legs. Inhale, halfway up. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Smooth out your breath. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bow. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. Dog pose, exhale. Soft, even breath. Press into your index fingers. Rise high to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway. Inhale, contain the front ribs. Expand the back body. Keep it and then fold down. Rise to stand. Inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge forward. Halfway. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale and rise. Dog pose. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Hold, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. And hands into your heart, exhale. One more time, rise up, inhale. Exhale and bow. Moving meditation. Inhale. Halfway, you know the poses, you know the breath, chaturanga. Your body just ride the wave of your breath. Rise high to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. And hands into your heart, exhale. Bend your knees, drop your hips, chair with an inhale, yes. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, lift the arms. Inhale, pick up your left knee, rise up. Push this left leg through to the back of your mat. And then crescent pose, lift up. Yes, yes. One more inhale. Both hands down to the ground. Sweep this right leg up and back. Open the hip. If it feels good, flip over. Right foot's going to come to the top of your mat. Keep your left hand right where it is. And then take this right arm, reach for your back heel. Bring it around, Skandasana, and the right hip top of the mat. Left toes turn up. And then side angle, so square off the right foot. Reconnect that left foot down. Hand can be at the floor, arm can be at your thigh. Reopen here. Yes. Generous bend in the front knee. Generous bend in the front knee. Yes. Yes, yes. Strong left leg pulling you back. Pull up to the scene and put that pen to the pen to the. Now I see the bigger picture. Life is so strange. So strange. Good. Release this left hand down. Come on to the left hand, left foot, Vashisthasana. My word is my word is my word is my power. My word is my word is my word is my power. Crazy with the skill, believe me, I can go hours. Dance beyond the pain. Chaturanga. In a cold shower. Gotta play the game to ascertain what's your power. Rising up. My word is my power. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels. Bend your knees, feet to the top of your mat. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, bend the knees. Lift the heart, lift the belly, lift the spine, lift the gaze, lift the arms. Inhale, right knee lifts up. Take this right foot, step it to the back of your mat. And spot it back, crescent pose. Give yourself a generous stance here. Really nice. Find something new in this pose. Don't go brain quiet on me in the sense of like you're wandering off into those thoughts. That's brain quiet. Stay connected in what you're doing right now. Be brain connected to the pose, not to what you're doing this afternoon, not to your lunch. Feel your feet. Energize the legs, energize your spine, feel your breath. Be present in this moment. One more inhale. Bring your hands down to the ground. Sweep your left leg up and back. If you want, bend the knee, flip over, or just stay in three-legged dog. Whew. And then left foot comes to the top of the mat. Keep your right hand where it is. Keep your left arm toward the back of your mat. Come back around, Skandasana. In that left hip. Yes. Right into Parsvakonasana. So just the feet. Stay deep. Opening up. Beautiful. Few more breaths. Right hand down. Pivot around to the pinky side of the right foot, Vashisthasana. And then Chaturanga. Always optional, always optional. Rising up. And downward facing dog. Pause in your breath. Smooth it out, slow down. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, exhale. Gaze goes forward, feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Think a little deeper, exhale, lift the heart. Inhale, pick up this left leg. And then step your left foot to the back of the mat, exhale. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands to the ground. Sweep the right leg up and back. Open the hip, flip into wild thing if you want. Right foot comes back to the top of the mat. Keep your left hand down. Take a big circle with this right arm. Bring it around to Skandasana at the top of the mat. Make that transition. Transitions are everything. Side angle, readjust. Left hand down. Come all the way onto the pinky side of the left foot for Vashisthasana. Keep this right leg lifted if you can. Keep it lifted if you can. Keep it lifted, right hand comes down, right leg stretches up and back. Come high in the left toes. You're gonna hop your left foot to the top of the mat. Keep the right leg lifted. Warrior 3, pick up the hands. Or not, maybe not. the left hip in. Make the lifted leg just as strong as your standing leg. Inhale, rise up to stand. Take this right leg out in front of you. Don't touch your foot, just reach the left arm forward and the right arm back. Yes. Beautiful. Keep the arms, bring the feet together. Sit into chair and take your left arm outside of your right thigh. Maybe keep the arms open, maybe bring them to prayer, whatever works. Where's your breath? How is your breath? Good. Sweep this right arm back and around. Rise up, right knee comes up. Slowly step this right foot to the back of your mat. Crescent pose. Hands to the ground. Sweep the left leg up and back. Open up, flip over if you'd like. Left foot top of the mat. Right hand stays rooted down. Sweep the left arm back and around and sit into Skandasana. So good. Open this into Parsva Konasana. Release the right hand down. We're coming to Vashisthasana. If you can, you're going to float this left leg off the right. You're going to keep it lifted. Bring your left hand down, three-legged dog with the left leg lifted. Come really high in your right toes. Bend the right knee, look forward, hop your right foot forward, keep your left leg lifted. Warrior three. Inhale, rising up, take this left leg out in front without touching your leg. Right arm reaches forward, left arm comes back. Good, bring your feet together. And then twisting to the left. Maybe the hand goes down, the arm stays up, or maybe you bring your hands into prayer. Make it what you need. Yes. Come through center, sweep it around. Stay in chair. Sink down, boat pose, Navasana. Good, low boat. Rise up and twist to the right. Bring it down. Rise up, twist to the left. Bring it back down. Breathe, please. My favorite line in the song. Yes. Take it down, hands come behind the head. We go side to side. All these spaceships and rockets got me feeling high. I'm a spaceship and rocket falling to the sky. Falling to the sky. Falling to the sky. Two more. Falling to the sky. One more. Falling to the sky. Beautiful. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop open, drop the feet down to the ground, close your eyes, breathe. Full in, full out.
I just want y'all to chill to this right quick. Y'all sip to this. Hit a split to this.
Bring the knees back in.
Some rips to this.
You're gonna rock into chair pose or find your way there, however you need to. And then lift the left knee, inhale. Exhale, step the foot way back with control. Crescent, inhale. Hands down, exhale. Sweep this right leg up and back, open the hip, flip if you want. And then keep your left hand down, step your right foot forward. Right arm reaches up, back and around. And then we come into Skandasana, that deep side lunge. This translates right into side angle. Push into the feet to root yourself. Left hand down. Pinky side to the left foot. Float the right leg back for Vashisthasana. Right hand to the ground. Keep the right leg lifted. Come high in the left toes. Hop the left foot forward. Right leg stays lifted. Warrior three. Rise up to stand. Left arm forward, right arm back. Sit into chair. Take your twist. Bring the right arm around. Right knee rises up. Right foot steps way back with care. Crescent pose. Rise up. Hands come down. Sweep the left leg up and back. Open the hip, flip if you'd like. Left foot, top of the mat. Right hand stays down. Sweep around. And then Skandasana. Yes. Right into side angle. Into Vashisthasana, right hand, right foot. Float the left leg. Come into three-legged dog with the left leg lifted. High in the right toes. Hop your right foot forward. Right up into warrior three. And then lift the left leg. Turn to your left. Bring the feet together. Sink to chair twist. Come back to chair. Forward fold. Exhale. So good. Halfway. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Rise open. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg straight back. Inhale. Cross to the left. Exhale. Tap the elbow. Inhale back. To the right. Exhale. Inhale back. Place your right foot between your hands. Back heel roots, warrior one, straight up the center. You'll stay here and breathe. One more inhale. Hands come behind the hips, exhale. Heart to sky, inhale, but contain the front ribs as much as you can. And then bowing forward, humble warrior. Drop that right ear toward the right inner ankle, inner calf, maybe inner knee, depends on where you fall. Hug the right hip in and back. If you have the tendency to hyperextend your elbows, put a little bend in your elbows. Actually, everybody put a little bend in your elbows. You might not know that you hyperextend. Now, you're gonna get it in the shoulders and not hyper flex or extend those, not flex, but extend those. You wanna keep a little flexion in the elbow. You're not putting pressure on the inner elbow. Instead, we open the shoulder girdle externally. Rise up, warrior one. Sink deep, peel the hips up, rise up. Warrior two, open up. Draw your left shoulder back and down your back, left fingers toward the back of your mat. Squeeze your feet toward each other, push your feet down. You're not resting in your feet, you're standing on your feet. There's a massive difference. Massive difference. Don't rest in your feet. Stand down on your feet. Rise up, straighten the front leg, turn your left heel in, adjust the feet. Coming into goddess, push the hands away. Fingertips push down toward the floor, spread the fingers away from each other. Shorten from your belly button to your pubic bone. That's right here. Zip it. Zip sternum to belly button. Wrap the ribs in. When you do that, your tailbone lengthens down. Your low back lengthens. So if you feel like you're here, knit in. Yeah? Inhale, rise up. Square your feet to the side of your mat and then prostrate. First two fingers and your thumbs. Take your big toes if you can. If not, you'll find your calves or your ankles or something. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, elbows go wide. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Walk your hands around to the top of your mat. Straighten the right leg. Pause here. And start to push into your hands more. Spread the shoulder blades. Try to pick up the right foot. Take it back behind the left leg. So crossing the right behind the left. Come into downward facing dog with the legs crossed. Let the heel get heavy. And then pull the gaze forward toward your thumbs. You're just going to bend the elbows and put your forearms down. And you're going to stay in dolphin with the crossed legs. And then if it's okay, right leg to the sky. Forearms pressed down, lift high into the left toes. Start to stack your shoulders over your elbows. Maybe you kind of hop in a little closer to stack up more. And then take the feet back, rise up to plank, chaturanga. Rise up and through to up dog. And downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Cross to the right, tap the elbow or the tricep. Inhale, stretch back, lift the leg. Out to the left, exhale, tricep or elbow. Inhale, stretch the leg back. Place your foot between your hands. Warrior one, rise up the center. Lift the hips to lift the spine. Release the hands behind your hips. Place your fingers the opposite way. Now listen, keep the elbows bent. I'm going to talk about this before we get into it. Rather than just pushing the arms out straight, so if you look, my elbows are now in hyperextension. And now I'm just stretching here as opposed to here. Maybe a little bit here. Keep a little bend in the elbows. Pull the knuckles down and then come forward. Keep that little bend in the elbows. And I promise you'll get more stretch through the shoulders. I promise. Yes. Yes, yes. So beautiful. With an inhale, rise up through the center. And then open up for warrior two. Adjust your feet. I'm not going to tell you where to line them up. I know you want me to. Maybe you don't. A lot of people do. They want, where is my heel in relationship to the back foot? It's going to depend on your body. So it might be heel to arch. It might be heel to heel. Might not be either one of those things. Feel your center. Can you open this knee? Can this leg be strong with the back toes turned slightly forward? Those are more important than where the heel and the foot line up. Our hips are all very different. Our bodies are all very, very different. Can you sink a little deeper? That's an indicator too. Can you sink a little deeper? You can play with that foot position. If you follow your instincts, you're usually in a good place. Usually. Last few breaths. Inhale, rising up. Turn your heels and toes open. Adjust the feet now so the knees can follow the same line as the foot. Contain, lengthen, contain, lengthen, broaden the chest. Don't rest in your feet, stand down, stand heavy. Inhale, rise up. Square your feet, bring your hands behind your hips, lace your fingers. Remember, take it out of the elbows, put it in the shoulders, heart to sky, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Walk your hands around to the top of your mat. Good. Square the front foot, straighten the front leg and pause. And start to push your hands down to the floor. If that means you have to bend the front leg, that's totally fine. You're going to sweep this left leg up and back. You're going to cross the left leg behind the right leg, and you're going to take a few breaths here in downward facing dog with the weight of this left leg pulling the heel down a little more on the right side. And then start to pull your gaze forward. You can spot your arms. You're just going to bring the forearms down to the ground. Take a few breaths here. And then if it's okay, left leg sweeps to the sky. And maybe hop the right foot in a little closer. And start to stack. And maybe just start to find like those little glimpses of balance. And then both feet down. Rise up to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. Rise high to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, bring your feet up to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. chair, inhale. Press up to stand. Draw your hands into your heart with your exhale. Chair, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right knee pulls into your chest. Place your foot forward, left heel down. One breath, warrior one, rise up. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, rise. Downward facing dog. Left knee to your chest, place your foot forward. Warrior one, rise up. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. Dog pose, exhale. Smooth out your breath. Inhale, high to your toes. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Press up to stand, hands to your heart. Again, chair, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right knee to your chest, place your foot forward. Warrior one, rise up. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open. Downward facing dog. Left knee to your chest, place your foot forward. Warrior one, rise up. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, open. Downward facing dog. Pause here in your breath. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Sink down, lie down. So good. Feet at hips distance, feet flat on the floor. Don't go anywhere. I know you know where we're going, but don't go. Push into your big toes. Push into the base of your big toe. Turn your palms to the sky. Pull your shoulders open. Press your shoulders down. Push into the big toes again. Notice if you lost it already. Keep it. Slowly lift the hips up. And then take the hands behind the hips. Lace them if it feels good. Push into the big toes, base of the big toe. Lift the heels if it's okay. Outer ankles press in. Get more foundation on the shoulders. One more inhale. Release it down with your exhale. Pause. We'll repeat that again, or Urdhva Dhanurasana, or any other back bend. If you want to flip over and do Dhanurasana or Strasana instead, whatever works for you. I'm going to move into Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow, hands by the shoulders and ears, press into the big toes. Stand down on the feet to rise up. Use your big toes, use the base of the big toe. Outer shin gently in, outer knees, outer thighs gently in.
Drown away the noise, baby, focus on my voice. I'll be strong enough to tell you, yeah, these girls don't even know you.
One more inhale, and then gently release it down. Pause, receive the pose. we go one more time if it's there for you. Bridge or upward facing bow. Stand on your feet, rise up. Maybe pick up the heels. Maybe walk your feet closer to your hands. Last inhale. And then release it down. Take your feet wide. Knees drop into each other. Close your eyes, breathe. What's coming up for you? What are your thoughts? What is happening in your breath? Drop both knees over to the right. And then both of your knees to the left. Back through center, knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. If happy baby's good, go for it.
Come hold me down. I've gone too far. These heavy words, your open heart. Somebody hold my head up.
Bring your knees to center. If you're in happy baby, rock up to seated.
Somebody hold my head.
Take your legs out in front. Right foot comes to your inner left thigh. I'll mirror you. Rise up, inhale. Come forward, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Cross your shins. Pull your feet toward your butt. So really try to pull your feet in toward your butt. Put your hands on the floor. Pick up your butt. Your feet can stay down. Pick up your butt. And then put your butt back down. Good. Second side. Right leg out. Inhale. And exhale.
Somebody hold my head up. Somebody hold my head up.
Inhale, rise up. Cross your shins. Pull them in close to your butt. Feet can stay down. Push down. Lift your butt up. I'm going to give you a side view here. Pick up your butt. Release it down. Left leg out. Right foot on top of your thigh if it's okay. If this is not, you'll come back to where you just were in Janu Shirshasana. Good. And then we're going to take a twist. Left hand to your right knee. Back to center, bring your hands behind your hips, bend your left leg, put this foot flat, lift up. Release the leg back out. Cross your shins. This time, see if you can lift the feet and your butt up off the floor. Yes. Release it down. Right leg out. Left foot on top. Let me take a twist.
Black flies on the windowsill. That we are to know. Winter stole summer's thrill, and the river's cracked and cold. See, the sky is no man's land.
And then come back to center. Slide this foot in. You can support from the back. Cade, come here. Is it your pumpkin? Come here. Careful, careful. So, oh, come here. It's a squash, not a pumpkin. I'm sorry. Turn and say hi. Spider-Man's in the house. Say hi. All right. I'll see you in a minute. Good. Slide it down and around. Cross your shins, butt and feet up. Just try it. And then release it down. Both legs out straight. Inhale, rise up. Come forward. Inhale, pull the heart forward a little bit more. Go in a little deeper.
Comfort came against my will. Every story must grow old. Still I be a traveler. A gypsy's ranks to face, but the road is wearier with that fool found in your place.
Inhale, rise up. Cross your shins. Shift forward, vinyasa or down dog. Pause and down dog.
No man is an island, or this I know. But can't you see, or maybe you.
Right foot comes forward, about halfway. Shift into your hands, lift your left leg. Stay here, breathe here, or shift. And just see if you can get a little lift here. When you come down, land as light as you can. So it's not just about trying to get up, it's how you come down too. Land lightly, control from your center. And then downward facing dog. Pause. And then right foot comes halfway in. Sorry, left foot comes halfway in. I was doing the right thing, I was saying the wrong. It's usually what I do. Shift forward, stay here, and just kind of play with the balance, or just see if you can lift. And if you're going up and down, notice how you come down. Good. And then back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a few breaths there. Do a child's pose or a forward fold instead. If you need something a little less active, that's fine. You make it what you need it to be. Good. You're going to shorten your stance from down dog or lengthen your stance if you're in a forward fold. And then bring your legs together all the way. Squeeze your legs as one. Pick up your heels, shift into your hands, bend both of your knees. Sit your hips back a little bit, and you're in this little like cannonball shape. And you're going to try to find that up on your hands. You can do that a few times.
I don't wanna ask you why, but if I was to go my own way,
And just have some fun with that.
I don't wanna beg your pardon,
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, I see you. I see you.
but if I was to go my own way, would I have to pass you by?
And then back into a forward fold. This time, separate your feet hips distance. Pada Hastasana. Take your whole hand, put it under your foot. Stand down on your wrists. Pull the hands gently away. Melt the spine down. Give your wrists a stretch. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Release your hands. Come into Malasana. Right now, right here, in this moment, something you are grateful for, something in your life, someone, release your hands down. We're going to come to seated. Crossing the shins or stacking the shins. If your knee is high, give yourself some support. Don't force your knee down. It will come down when it's ready, if it's ever ready. Maybe shift forward. Check in with your breath. Check in with your thoughts. Stay with sensation. Don't tune it out. So our ability to sit in sensation and to acknowledge it and be present in it is really important. We don't need to move away from feeling things. If you're feeling pain in your body, move away from it. But otherwise, can you be present in the sensation? Signs that you're having trouble being present in sensation is like you suddenly have the fidgets, the bajiggities, there's suddenly something you need to do, just in case you weren't aware. Sometimes simply acknowledging that we're challenged in a place allows us the freedom to be there longer. When we ignore it, that's when we find reasons to come out, or we make an excuse. rise up if you're forward. Just switch sides. Just notice how it felt there at the end of the pose versus the beginning. For me, is like this first layer of like my body saying, what are we doing? Like, I know this pose, but what are we doing? And things kind of grab on. And then the longer I'm here and the more that I breathe, things start to let go a little. Space is created. The effort dissolves into some ease. But if my mind wanders off to something else, and I may miss all of that that's happening, I might miss the process. Sometimes we miss our victories because our brain is somewhere else. Be here now, be in your body. With an inhale, rising up. Come onto your backs. If you need a twist, if you need anything so that Shavasana feels welcoming, do that. If you are good to go, you'll come right into it. Allow your next inhale to fill your belly, to fill the ribs, to fill your chest, up into your throat. And then the exhale gently falls from your body. And as your breath deepens, you begin to reawaken. You come back to life from Shavasana, from corpse pose. And then reach your arms overhead if it feels good. Bend your knees and then either rock up or roll to your side to find your way up to seated. Once you are sitting, you'll root your sitting bones down. You'll draw your spine long and then draw your hands into your heart. In this last moment, feel what you feel. Sit with yourself. Sensation, breath, thoughts, all of it. You can't be wrong. I think we have this fear of doing things wrong or being wrong, and it keeps us from doing things. You can't be wrong in what you feel and what you're thinking, in your breath. They just are. And so being with yourself is accepting those things and maybe shaping patterns so that they serve us better. But you're not wrong. You're never wrong. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Thank you for your practice. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day. I'm Maeve, in case anyone is new. Enjoy your weekend. Let me know if I can do anything for you. Little, let's go say hi. Let's go.